Hello everyone. So the results for the $1 million artist competition for the Dreams and Nightmares is finally out, and the case should be released within a week. So in this video I'll try to cover the new skins, what I think about them, and also try to show some skins that I believe should have made it into the case instead. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so some quick information before we start looking at the skins and what I think in terms of when the case will come out. As it says here, the winning submissions were produced by 24 different artists, of which 14 artists first contributors to the workshop. We're currently contacting the artists and we'll work with them over the coming weeks as we prepare their items to get shipped in the game. So as you can see here, they have not even put the names on the guns yet. So I speculate that we have to wait at least another 7 days before the case gets added in the game, and it could even be 2 weeks, I think. So I don't think we should expect it anytime soon. Another thing that is really interesting is what the rare special item is going to be in this case. Now I think for obvious reasons that it's going to be Riptide Golds being introduced in this case as well. But if they do decide to mix it up and actually introduce some new knife finishes, that would be quite spicy. This video is sponsored by SkinBid, which is my own site. Thank you, Sipple. Hey, no problem, man. So on this site, we have auctions, we have fixed prices, which acts like a normal marketplace. You can sell all your skins here. If you sell them, the money goes directly to your bank account. The fee is 5%. Alright, so the first item in the case is the MP5 Kids Necronomicon, which means like learning book or whatever. I think the skin is alright. I don't have much to say about it. There's a chicken on it, which is not a bad thing. A skin that I would have liked to see instead is this MP5 with the Chinese name that I think translates to Danger Zone. Of course, it's a little bit vibrant with the jade, but I still think that it could go as a blue. The next item in the case is the Mac 10 Pixies, which is one of the better skins in the case. I actually do like this skin. One other skin that I really wanted to see in the case, I don't know if I favor this over this, but it's the Party Ghost. It's also pattern based and it's pearlescent. Or possibly the Mac 10 Dirty Money to represent all the shady gambling sites in the scene would be good. Then we have the sort of Uich or whatever, I can't pronounce the name. I am not liking the skin at all. Of course, the blues, you shouldn't like them. Most of the time, the blues are always garbage. But still, there are some other alternatives like the Lurker, which I think is a really cool skin. Very simple, very sick. Or maybe if you should add some more skins that are dream themed, because I think it's called Dreams and Nightmares. There's pretty much only nightmare skins in this case. So they could have added this. Maybe it's a little bit too much for blue, but I think both of these are better alternatives than this piece of poop. P2000 Flying in a Dream. The name and the skin sucks. Another skin they could have added instead, because again, this is a blue, it shouldn't be too much. Could have been this P2000 with small little spider eyes. Much better choice than this, yeah, I don't know what to call it. This. Moving on, we have the Max 7 Predictor. I don't hate this skin. I don't love it either. So I think honestly it's fitting. I have, however, still picked a few alternatives that I liked. We have the Mac 7 Exomorph from Next Gens, who is also the creator of the AK that got added into the case. This is a sick design. He did this on other weapons as well. I really like this. Then we have the Jinn, which goes more into the dreams theme. And then we have the Death, which of course is definitely too good for a blue. The next item is the Scar 20 Chicken Fight. It's a funny idea. Again, it's bland, which it should be when it's a blue. So I'm not against that. I think the overall idea of it and everything is pretty fun. It's unique. So I'm not against this, but we still have the Exomorph again, which is just incredible. I have no idea how none of the Exomorph stuff got added because it's just unreal. Like, I love this. All right, so the last blue of the case, the 5-7 Alpha and Omega. It's a kid drawing on steroids. It's, I guess, pretty fun. I don't really understand it. I'm also stupid. I've chosen another 5-7 with colors that are not too bland. It could still fit as a blue that I think could just be a good fit as well. Dreamtime. It's just a clean, simple 5-7 with a fun snake on it. Moving up to the restricted category, we have the USP Ticket to Hell. Now, I think this is going to be slightly controversial. I think either you like this skin a lot or you hate it. Personally, I think, you know, black and white skins are always clean. I think it's going to be a skin that a lot of people are going to use. But I think the design reminds me of some like H&M try hard print to look cool. I don't know. It's bad, in my opinion. So we have the USP Sandman, which is my personal favorite of like pretty much like all the skins I got added. A lot of people don't like this, but I think it's sick. Then we have the USP Trapped with different patterns. I think it's very cool. We also have a USP of a hot dog that I honestly would prefer over this. I don't know what it has to do with Dreams and Nightmares. Maybe because it's $1 and then it's gonna be garbage. I don't know. Moving on to the M4A1S Insomnia. Now, clearly it's a very talented designer who made this, but it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why, but it's just too, like, dirty. I don't know. I don't like it. And there are some better alternatives for sure that got submitted to the contest, especially the M4A1S Owl. Now, this is a sick skin. I don't know why this didn't get added. It's beautiful. Like, it's actually insane. He also went ahead and made a dark owl, which is just unreal as well. And he made it so that in the dark, it lights up. It's super cool. Way better than this. Now for the G3 SG1, we have the Dreamglade. And I think this skin is actually very fitting for the restricted category. I think it's a good design, and I think this should be in the case. I don't have a replacement for this. The PP Bison Space Cat is also another skin that I don't have an alternative for. I think that there are other PP Bisons I would rather play with myself, but the design on this is really, really clever, how he integrated all the parts. So it's one skin rather than just like a design that like kind of stretches over everything. And there's a dream catcher in here. There's so many details. So fits the restricted category and good skin. For the XM, we have the Zombie Offensive. Obviously, guy who made this must have spent countless of hours designing all these zombie cartoon CSGO players. So kudos to that. Do I like the skin? Not really. I mean, I don't see any like rare or any like specific guy that people would want to get when having this skin. There are some other skins I found, like this one, which I think is just amazing. Again, is this too good for restricted? Quite possibly is, right? So I don't know. Maybe this is just supposed to be there. Moving on to the classified category, we have the FAMAS Rapid Eyes. Obviously the 3D effect on this and the design overall is insane. I don't know if this is a little bit too much for me, but still, I'm not gonna say anything bad about this skin. But there's another skin that I found from quite early on in the contest that I really like as well, which should at least get some recognition, which is the Brain Scan by Pavo. I think this is really, really sick as well. The next pink skin in the case is the Beware of Sleeping Dual Berettas. Now, these seem to be liked by a lot of people. I don't know if they're a little bit too funky for me, but I did not find a replacement for them. There was some pretty decent dual Berettas out there, but still, this is also a really fun design. And the eyes will fade when it gets battle scarred and stuff like that. So I think this is justified that it makes it into the case. Now, the last pink in the case is the MP7 Fear. The design of this is like supposed to be some sort of, I don't know what the effect is called, but like distorted or like blurred, and it looks cool on this preview here, but in game it doesn't seem to work at all to me. I think you gotta be some intellectual artist to like this. I don't know. Another skin that I found that I think could have fit this pink category and the theme of the contest a lot better would have been this MP7 First Titan. Of course, it's very vibrant, a lot of pink, a lot of colors, but I think it fits the theme. It's both like dreams and nightmares, so I would have liked to have seen this skin instead of this. And now to the coverts of the case. We have the MP9 Starlight. I think a lot of the community really like this skin. I think that the golden white background here doesn't really fit the unicorn. I don't hate this skin. I'm not really a huge fan either. I found this skin, which is just absolutely insane. Like, this has to be one of the best design skins that were submitted to the contest, and I think this would have been a way better fit, and I think it's a more complete skin than the other one. And the final skin of the case, the AK Nightwish. It's a pearlescent AK, which does not make it better in my opinion. I do not like this skin in any way. It's not, of course, you could probably find an uglier AK. But the sad part is that the designer of this gun has actually made so many skins. He's also got skins already added to the game, and he made so many submissions for the contest that are way better than this. For instance, he did the monster mashup. Now, a lot of you probably won't agree with me, but the monster mashup in-game actually is insane on the USP as opposed to how it looks when you just inspect it. So I think this AK would be insane in-game. This is also another of his submissions, so I would have rather seen this being added. Other things that could have been added, like the AK-47 Dopamine. Of course, this is a lot of colors and it's very vibrant, but I mean, if they can add this, they can definitely add this as well. Then we have the AK-47 Hellhound, which I think is a really cool design as well. We don't have a lot of green AKs, and I think this could be sick with like Containment Breach and some Hedge Maces and Butterfly Emerald, you know, like a green loadout. And the last one is this Metamorphosis or Metamorphosis or whatever he called it, which I think is an incredible design as well. A lot of alternatives. And these are just some. I only spent 10 minutes browsing through the workshop. There are probably many more AKs that are better than the ones I found. But yeah, this wasn't it, Valve. That's pretty much all for this video. I just want to point out that, of course, I respect all the artists that submitted designs. Me not liking it does not mean that they're not talented. It just means that I am a picky, angry old man. And hope you liked the video.